Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 2017 graduating class from South Dakota State University. Founded in 1881 as the States Morrill Act land grant institution, South Dakota State University improves quality of life through exemplary teaching, relevant research, and connected outreach. Today's graduates represent a broad range of academic disciplines, some traced to the university's earliest days, and others developed in response to the needs of the state and region. Under the leadership of Dean Dennis Papini, candidates in the College of Arts and Sciences are led by their banner carrier, Assistant Professor Tyler Miller. Under the leadership of Dean Jill Thorngren, candidates in the College of Education and Human Sciences are led by their banner carrier, Associate Professor Renee Oscarson. Under the leadership of Interim Dean Jane Mort, candidates in the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions are led by their banner carrier, Associate Professor Jay Gunaje. Under the leadership of Dean Keith Corbett, members of the University College are represented by their banner carrier, Amy Peterson. Under the leadership of Interim Dean Rebecca Bott, members of the Honors College are represented by their banner carrier, Associate Professor Vicki Mix. Under the leadership of Provost Dennis Hedge, faculty are led by Marshall's Associate Professor Teresa Seedfeld and Associate Professor Nancy Lyons, and by their banner carrier, Associate Professor Mary Moeller. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Under the leadership of President Barry Dunn, the platform party is led by Honorary Marshals, Professor Tim Steele, and Professor Deb Farver. The mace, carried by Dr. Farver, signifies the authority and pageantry of academic ceremonies. Honorary marshals lead the processional in recognition of distinguished service to the university. Information about today's speakers and honorary marshals is printed in the program. Deborah Farver has been a member of the Pharmacy Practice Department of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions for over 30 years. Additionally, she has practiced clinical pharmacy in Yankton at the South Dakota Human Services Center and Avera Sacred Heart Hospital. Farver has taught in numerous pharmacy courses with particular emphasis on interprofessional and interdepartmental education. She also precepts fourth-year pharmacy students completing their advanced pharmacy practices, experiences in internal medicine and psychiatry. Farver has been recognized for her passionate and engaged teaching style, with the Edward Patrick Hogan Excellence in Teaching Award in 2017. Her impact on the profession of pharmacy was acknowledged by the South Dakota Society of Health System Pharmacists Lifetime Achievement Gary W. Carl Lecture Award. She has authored or co-authored articles in peer-reviewed journals, along with numerous presentations and posters at local, state, and national level. For 32 years, Michael Tim Steele has held teaching and administrative positions at South Dakota State University. He joined the faculty in 1985 as an assistant professor charged with beginning the graphic design program. The program initially had 6 students and 1 course in the art curriculum designated for graphic design. Steele leaves the program today with more than 130 majors, a recognized professional degree, with graduates working in design firms, advertising agencies, and corporations in South Dakota and across the nation. In 1990, Professor Steele was awarded the Poynter Institute Media Studies Excellent in Teaching Award. In 2001, SDSU recognized his contributions to teaching with the F.O. Butler Excellence in Teaching Award. In 2017, Director Steele was recognized for his service with the Dr. Harold and Barbara Bailey Award for Excellence in Academic Department Leadership. Professor Steele became the head of visual arts in 2010, and he would go on to be the founding director of the School of Design. President Dunn, Regent Sutton, distinguished guests, members of the faculty, administrative leadership at the universities, graduates, family and friends of graduates, and ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the 2017 commencement ceremony of South Dakota State University, which will now be in order. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Army ROTC cadets George Horricks and Aaron Holdsclaw, and Air Force ROTC cadets Chandler Bauer and Bram Pickner. The Eagle staff by Marine Philip Eagle, and the playing of our national anthem by the Symphonic Band. Please remain standing until the colors are posted and anthem finished. You may be seated. Please welcome the president of South Dakota State University, Barry H. Dunn.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege and pleasure to serve as the 20th president of South Dakota State University and to welcome you to the university's 131st commencement, a special day of recognition and of celebration. Thank you all for being part of it. More than 1,300 undergraduate students have completed degree requirements during this spring semester, bringing the total number of undergraduate degrees conferred this academic year to more than 2,000. This afternoon's ceremony is for students receiving an associate or baccalaureate degree in the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions, the College of Education and Human Sciences, and the College of Arts and Sciences. Students receiving associate or baccalaureate degrees in the College of Nursing, the Jerome J. Lohr College of Engineering, and the College of Agriculture and Biological Sciences were recognized at the 10 a.m. undergraduate ceremony this morning. Students receiving master's degrees, doctors of philosophy degrees, doctor of nursing practice, or doctor of pharmacy degrees will be recognized in the graduate ceremony at 5 this afternoon. Thank you again for coming. We are very pleased you are here. As you can imagine, an event like this relies on the collaboration and efforts of a great many people. So I'd like to briefly recognize a few of them. The ROTC Ushers and Color Guard, Associate Professor of Consumer Sciences, Nancy Lyons, and Associate Professor of Pharmaceutical Science, Teresa Seefeld, who served as faculty marshals, assisting the students and faculty in the processional this afternoon, and the Symphonic Band under the direction of Jacob Wallace, Assistant Professor of Music, and Kevin Kessler, Director of Athletic Bands. Please help me in thanking them for their contributions to this very special day. I want to thank our honorary marshals who were introduced earlier. Professor Steele and Professor Fouberg, would you please step forward? Please join me in recognizing them as well. It is now my pleasure to introduce those members of the platform party participating in today's ceremony who will not be introduced later in the program. I ask them to stand and be recognized. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Interim Dean of the College of Agriculture and Biological Sciences, Daniel Scholl. Dean of the College of Nursing, Nancy Fahrenwald. Interim Dean of the Van D. and Barbara B. Fishback Honors College, Rebecca Bott. Dean of University College, Keith Corbett, and Chief University Librarian, Christy Tornquist. Thank you all for being part of today's celebration. I would also like to recognize and thank all of the parents, friends, and loved ones who are here to share this special day with today's graduates. You have provided your support and encouragement in countless ways over these many years. Members of the graduating class of 2017, please rise to recognize and thank your parents, friends, and loved ones for their support with a round of applause. Please stand up. You can be seated. We are honored today to have Mike Huther, Mayor of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, here to share a message with the graduates. A 1984 graduate of SDSU, Mike was sworn in as Mayor of Sioux Falls on May 17, 2010, capturing a dream held since the 6th grade. Soundly re-elected in 2014, he has proven that government can get stuff done. He believes by working together, there is nothing we can't accomplish. Mike's leadership and business skills were honed for 15 years at Citibank in Sioux Falls, New York, and Texas. In 1999, he was recruited to drive the development efforts of Premier Bank Card in Sioux Falls. After 10 years, he resigned as Executive Vice President to focus full-time on earning the honor to serve the good people of Sioux Falls. Prior to working in corporate America, Huther was influenced by mentors at Yankton High School and South Dakota State. Mike relies on and cherishes his family the most. Cindy, his bride of 31 years, also an SDSU alum, not only is Sioux Falls First Lady, but also has served in many capacities, including as Executive Director of the Sioux Falls Tennis Association. Their daughter Kylie and her husband David bless them by living and working in Sioux Falls. In his spare time, which is precious, he squeezes in tennis, running, developing wildlife habitat, hunting, attending potlucks, and creating memories with his grandson George. Please help me welcome Mike to the podium.
Well, good afternoon, fellow jackrabbits. This is certainly a thrill to be celebrating with the graduating class of 2017 at my alma mater, South Dakota State University. We have 6 living generations in our midst at Frost Arena today. We have the GI generation, the mature generation, the baby boomers, Generation X, the millennials, and yes, Generation Z. I am a baby boomer, born in 1962. My folks, they were divorced when I was in 5th grade. It was 1972, and I was the oldest of 4 kids. The stigma of divorce back then was really big. Added to that, my dad was a severe alcoholic. He was battling his own demons, so his support to our family, it was certainly limited at best. My mom, Diane, who is in the audience right now, she did much of the heavy lifting on her own. Growing up then was really hard. I was sad at times. I was mad at times. Why me? Why my family? But looking back, even though those times were extremely difficult, they certainly helped lay the foundation for what I've become today. Grads, don't listen to self-pity when things get tough in your life. How you respond to those challenges during those challenging times, they're going to determine much of your ultimate success. You are the ultimate driver of your life's journey, but there are many that are going to guide you along the way. My toughest coaches, teachers, and bosses, they've been my most influential. They never accepted less of what I could give, and they challenged me to do more. Good leaders, they're constantly searching for those amongst you that are on the team or that are on the organization that will tackle things that the others don't have the heart, or maybe more importantly, the guts to do. When someone is willing to push you even beyond your comfort level, embrace it and learn from it. Trust me, The time to be concerned in your career or in your life is when the motivation or the constructive criticism is targeted towards someone other than you. The best tough love advice that I can give you, it is as old-fashioned and as corny as you will find. Young leaders of South Dakota State, you've got to work your butt off. You just do. The harder that you work, the luckier you're ultimately going to get. Why in the world wouldn't you want to perform at the highest level to make things grand for you or for your family? I know it sounds like a broken record from your mom, from your dad, from your grandma, from your grandpa, and now this Meyer Mike guy. But it is absolutely pivotal to earning wins and overcoming those challenges. General Colin Powell once said, "You can be anything you want to be, but wanting to be isn't enough. Dreaming about it isn't enough. You've got to study for it, work for it, and fight for it with all of your heart and your soul." I am a runner. In fact, I'm competing in the Fargo Half Marathon 2 weeks from today. Running, it keeps my weight down, and oh my, it is a wonderful stress burner. I always set goals when I race. I ran my first marathon when I turned 40. My goal back then was to finish Grandma's Marathon in Duluth, Minnesota. It's a 26.2-mile course along Lake Superior. I wanted to finish that in less than 4 hours. I remember the day like it was yesterday. It was cool, overcast day, slight wind at my back. There were over 7,000 runners that joined in the quest. I finished the race with my hand pointing to God in 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 43 seconds. 1 minute, 17 seconds to spare. However, I soon realized that finishing Grandma's Marathon, that wasn't the reward. It was the months of training, overcoming injuries, the sacrifice of being away from my beautiful daughter Kylie and my wonderful bride Cindy, the loneliness, the bad weather. The journey was the ultimate reward. Grads, your best life lessons are not going to come from the books that you read, but rather from the pitfalls that you face, the mistakes that you make, the risks that you take, and the rewards that are captured with it. Please, take that leap of faith and put yourself out there for that chance of success. 8 years ago, I attacked a monster risk pursuing a goal that I established, as the president said, way back in the 6th grade. I was the executive vice president at the 10th largest credit card company in America. I was making gobs of money. I could purchase all kinds of stuff. I had plenty of security, and I quit. I left my job to campaign full-time to earn the honor to serve as the mayor of Sioux Falls. Many people, including, yes, family and friends, they thought I was out of my mind. The campaign was incredibly difficult, and there certainly were countless times, when seeds of doubt crept in. In the end, though, the risk, the work, and the sacrifice has paid off in a phenomenal way. Public service has been a wonderful thrill ride for me. I make tough choices that are best for me, for my family, and for my community. I will never please everyone, and that is just fine. Every decision that I make as the mayor, it is scrutinized, it's analyzed, and you bet it is criticized at the highest level. But I can't allow that to control me. Don't let it control you. My head, my heart, my life experiences, and common sense, and you bet my faith drives me. President Theodore Roosevelt, he's famous for what's called the man in the arena speech. He says, "It's not the critic that counts. The credit belongs to the man in the arena." Stand tall in your own personal arena. Make sound choices, yep. But don't be afraid to make mistakes either. Reach out to others for support and value the tough coaching and the tough love they provide, because they love you and they are sharing the wisdom gained from a bevy of their own missteps. Study for it, work for it, and don't forget to pray for it. Your family and your faith ultimately are all that matters. You ask any of these folks, you go to any cemetery and you read the tombstones, you're not going to see any words about how much money this guy made, or how many cars this person owned, or how successful this woman's company was. Instead, you're going to find things like loving daughter, wonderful mother, caring grandma, and friend. Remember my dad? He gave up his drinking. The problem was, he didn't give up his smoking. 9 days after being diagnosed with lung and brain cancer, my dad was informed by his doctor that he had at least a year to live. He died the very next day. Minor Jay Huther was 62 years of age. His sudden passing, it dramatically instilled in me that these days on earth, they are incredibly precious. Relish the day. Create as many memories as you can, and tackle your life's magic list. I have 42 things on my magic list, and God willing, I'm going to capture them. I want to see a tornado. I want to celebrate 50 years of marriage, honey. I want to write a couple books. And yes, be the commencement speaker at my alma mater's graduation ceremony. Fellow Jackrabbits, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for making that dream a reality for me today. Hey, President, before I exit the podium, I have been dreaming about this for so long. I've always wanted to create another memory as the commencement speaker. I'm going to need all of your help. I mean all of your help to pull it off. Rabbits, I need you to look out in the audience right now. Find your loved ones, okay? Look out there, find them. Audience, you find your loved ones, your grads, okay? Okay. Go on, point them out. Now, on the count of 3, I want you to yell out, "I love you." On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I love you. Go Rabbits.
Thank you, Mike, for your inspirational remarks. We appreciate them very much. And we're really glad you're a jackrabbit. The South Dakota Board of Regents Policy 218 describes an honorary doctorate degree as its highest honor, bestowed upon individuals who have achieved distinction in their professions and have rendered outstanding contribution or service to the people of South Dakota, among other criteria. South Dakota State University has a long tradition of awarding honorary degrees, and Senator Tim Johnson meets and exceeds all of our qualifications. Senator Johnson began serving the people of South Dakota in the South Dakota legislature from 1979 to 1986, the U.S. House of Representatives from 1987 to 1997, and served in the U.S. Senate from 1997 to 2015. During his years in Congress, he enjoyed partnering with SDSU and the community of Brookings. This collaboration resulted in funds for the Biostress Lab, the Engineering Interdisciplinary Science Building, and the renovation of Fouberg Hall. Within the Brookings community, he has worked with the city leadership on funds to enhance the downtown area and the Boys and Girls Club. Throughout his years in Congress, he worked to ensure that South Dakotans would have access to clean drinking water and authored and passed the Minnewachuny project that serves southwestern South Dakota, an area that has long suffered from low water supplies and poor water quality. Subsequent projects included the Mid-Dakota Rural Water System in 1991 and the Lewis and Clark Rural Water System Act in 1999. He has been a transformational leader. He has been honored for his work for rural America, which ranged from farm bills to energy policy to competition in the livestock industry to providing rural communities with access to the credit they need to be successful. As chairman of the Banking Committee from 2011 to 2015, he highlighted the often overlooked needs of community banks, rural housing, and rural transportation systems. As an appropriator, Senator Johnson secured $10 million to fund the Deep Underground Science Lab at the Homestake Mine and Lead. The funding was critical in keeping the mine open and viable at a time when closure was imminent. Today, the mine is a national leader in physics research. As chairman of the Subcommittee on Military Construction and Veterans Affairs, he was recognized for his exceptional legislative efforts on behalf of the enlisted men and women with the L. Mendel Rivers Legislative Award. He was also recognized by the South Dakota National Guard with the presentation of the Williamson Militia Award. I asked Provost Dennis Hedge and Kenchel Dorner, Interim Vice President for Research and Economic Development, to assist me in the following presentation. Today, for outstanding contributions to the state of South Dakota and our university, it is my esteemed honor to confer on Senator Tim Johnson an honorary Doctor of Public Service degree. The university takes pride in all of its graduates, but faculty and administrators take special pride in those who have achieved high levels of academic excellence. I welcome back to the podium Provost Hedge, who will recognize those students graduating with academic honors. Provost Hedge.
Earning a degree takes hard work and commitment. Among our graduates is a special group deserving extra recognition today. These students have reached the highest levels of academic achievement. The program notes those members of this year's class whose academic achievements have earned them the distinction of graduating with honors, as well as those who are graduating from the Van D. and Barbara B. Fishback Honors College. In addition, SDSU initiates students into the National Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. Members are elected from every branch of the arts, sciences, humanities, and the professional colleges. Only those in the top 10% of their senior class are eligible for election to Phi Kappa Phi. This afternoon, we recognize those who have achieved this high scholastic record. Will all graduates who are graduating with honors, those graduating with Honors College distinction, and those who have joined Phi Kappa Phi, please stand so that you can be recognized. We also have students from across the colleges who have prepared to become teachers. Will those graduates who have completed the teacher education curriculum for certification as teachers please rise so that you may be recognized? Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Corey Norris, Professor of Military Science for Army ROTC, and Lieutenant Colonel Craig McCune, Professor of Military Science for Air Force ROTC. They will recognize Army and Air Force candidates for commissions.
Thank you. On behalf of the United States Army and the United States Air Force, please join us in congratulating the 2017 SDSU graduates who were commissioned as second lieutenants in the Army and the Air Force at commissioning ceremonies held yesterday. Please hold your applause. Lieutenants, please stand when your name is called. Some of the names we will call were recognized at an earlier commencement ceremony or will be recognized later today. From the Army, Second Lieutenant Kendra Hayes, Second Lieutenant Kyle Hine, Second Lieutenant Justin Hinkst, Second Lieutenant Emily Kirchner, who is also a distinguished military graduate for Army ROTC, Second Lieutenant Chelsea Menzer, Second Lieutenant Gene Skoglin, Second Lieutenant Adam Spencer, Second Lieutenant Jerome Talley, and Second Lieutenant Francis Tusha.
And from the Air Force, Second Lieutenant David Lorenz, Second Lieutenant Mark Schlichty, Second Lieutenant Nicholas Westphalen, who was a distinguished graduate for the Air Force, and Second Lieutenant Billy Mitchell Williams. These are your second lieutenants. Congratulations.
Andi Fouberg is a 1991-1999 graduate of South Dakota State University and President and CEO of South Dakota State University Alumni Association. Ms. Fouberg will bring greetings to the graduates as they transition from students to alumni.
Thank you, President Dunn. Good afternoon, graduates. It is an honor to be with you here today and officially welcome you to join nearly 88,000 individuals who have graduated from this institution. Your hard work and achievements have led you to this day, and we are very proud to have you as part of our growing alumni family. Today, you ring the bell for the yellow and blue as you enter the next phase of your life as a jackrabbit. We at the South Dakota State University Alumni Association are excited to welcome you to the alumni ranks as you join a growing list of satyrs who continue to lead their chosen industries and communities. Congratulations again to each and every one of you on a job well done. When many of you arrived on campus as freshmen just a few years ago, you attended fall convocation. At this event, you were given a unique coin. On the coin are the words, "Once a student, forever an alum." You were then encouraged to take the coin, drop it in a giant cowbell, and make a wish for your college career. Today, we'd like to think that your wish was received. After receiving your diploma today, each member of the graduating class will receive this coin from a member of the Alumni Association staff. We promised that we would return that coin to you, and today we fulfill that promise. As you walk across this stage, you will be closing a chapter of your life, but at the same time, you will be opening another. As you leave this place, as a student, remember that no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you will always be a member of the South Dakota State University family. We at the Alumni Association are very proud of you and look forward to helping you stay connected to your alma mater and hope you will visit often. Today and forevermore, you will be jackrabbits. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck to you all.
Thank you, Andi. Vice President for Student Affairs, Michaela Willis, will now introduce this year's graduating senior speaker.
Thank you, President Dunn. An important and traditional part of our commencement ceremonies is an opportunity for a member of the graduating class to address the gathering. I am pleased to introduce Allyson Helms as this year's senior speaker, a spring 2017 graduate who will offer remarks on behalf of this year's graduates. Allyson Helms from Waseca, Minnesota, is graduating from the Honors College with a major in Pharmaceutical Sciences and minors in Biology and Speech Communications. She has presented her research in small group communications both regionally and nationally, was recognized as second in the nation at the National Collegiate Honors Conference for her work, and was this year's recipient of the Schultz-Worth Award. She has been on both the College of Pharmacy and Honors College Dean's List every semester. On campus, Allyson has been active with the Students Association, serving most recently as president, and will continue her involvement as vice president of SA next year. She has been involved with Phi Lambda Sigma, Kappa Psi, and APHA ASP, which are several pharmacy organizations, as well as 3 honor societies and the Honors College Student Organization. She is an honors peer mentor and a member of the honors recruitment team. She is a published author and has presented at conferences in every state in the Midwest, and has lobbied in peer on behalf of students of South Dakota State. Going forward, Allyson will continue in the pharmacy program for 2 more years before earning her PharmD. After her doctoral graduation, she intends to pursue 2 years of pharmacy residencies, first in General Hospital and then in hospital administration, with plans to run a large hospital pharmacy someday. She hopes to be able to come back to SDSU or another pharmacy school and teach at least part-time and continue her role in politics by running for local office someday. Please join me in welcoming Allyson Helms.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Willis. Administrators, faculty, staff, regents, friends and family, and most importantly, the class of 2017. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you all today. It certainly is a great privilege and an honor to do so. My name is Allyson Helms, and among other things, I served as your Students Association president this past year. As I thought about what I wanted to share with you all today, in the brief 5 to 8 minutes that I've been given, I reflected on my experiences during my time here at State, and even more importantly, the shared collective experiences of the class of 2017. This is quite probably the last time everyone in your major, let alone everyone in your college, will be gathered in the same place, and I wanted to use this time to highlight one of our most commonly shared experiences of all, our homecoming, Hobo Day. The theme from this past year, as you may recall, was living the legacy. Each of us, when we first moved into SDSU, brought a story, chapters of our lives from our hometown experiences. I was born and raised in Waseca, Minnesota, a rural community of about 10,000 people. I lived in the same house my entire life and did not know what to expect from here at SDSU. I had been highly involved with choirs, dance, various clubs and sports, and knew that I wanted to join the rock climbing team, join the dance team, and then maybe rush a sorority. So, once here at SDSU, all moved in and the initial Walmart trip complete, each of you and myself began crafting the next chapters, the continuation of our story. For me, this meant not doing any of the things that I had planned. Instead, I got involved with student government and became one of the longest standing current senators, joined various pharmacy organizations, helped plan several regional conferences, and presented my research both regionally and nationally. I became a teaching assistant for introductory courses and tried to create a good balance of hours split between studying and socializing. This is just part of my story, but for others of you sitting in front of me today, your SDSU story centers on being a community assistant, showing animals at Little Eye, or competing in Las Vegas with the human-powered vehicle you created. I've met incredible people like Laura, who have traveled the world, like Hannah and Alex, who have raised thousands of dollars for State-a-thon, or like Christian, who's done research over things that I can't even pronounce. Some of your stories focus on clinical hours or study abroad experiences, internships or preceptorships or designing ships, and hopefully your story had a good balance of studying and socializing too. Now, remember that I said that I wanted to highlight our shared Hobo Day experience in this speech, and that the theme from this year was living the legacy. This theme centered on what it meant to be truly present, to go beyond just shaping your own story, to create your own legacy. Living the legacy is about more than just the chapters in your book or shaping your story, but the point of highlighting parts of our stories today was that today marks a transition, a turning point in each of our lives. Today is the day where we are no longer shaping our stories. Now, we begin to truly live our legacy. We have the opportunity to take what we have learned, both inside and outside the classroom, and use it to craft the characteristics of our lives that we will forever be remembered by. So, how do we do that? How do you determine what your legacy outside of SDSU will look like? Now, I figured that this is the point of the speech where I try to impart some kind of long-lasting advice and impactful words that you can take with you on your journey to live your legacy. Unfortunately, I'm in the same boat as all of you, and I don't have any more words of wisdom than any of you. So, I did what any well-educated, almost college graduate would do. I Googled it. At 3 a.m., the night before my speech was due. Now, I was disappointed to learn that Quizlet doesn't have a series of flashcards for the best graduation advice or how to live your legacy, but I'll do my best to share the pieces of advice that I did find. First, you are in control of your own story, your own legacy, and it's up to you to choose joy and meaning in your life every day. This certainly means celebrating all that you have accomplished up to today, rejoicing when you land your first job, and commemorating all your hard work when you finally reach your dream job. This also means finding joy in times of hardship, and there will be hardships. Understand your failures and shortcomings, and then use these times of doubt or misfortune to propel you forward. You are here to inspire the next generation of jackrabbits, and that will not always be an easy task. It's up to us, all of us, to make the best of every curveball and to utilize the gifts that we've been given. So speaking of life's curveballs, take them and use them to move you to a bigger place. It's up to you to be adaptable, to not let the plans that you have set today limit your future, because plans are like curls and they're great until they fall. I didn't join the rock climbing team or the dance team or even rush a sorority, but there are very few things that I would change about my experience here at SDSU. Coming into SDSU, I had no idea what doors would be open for me or what I would have the chance to do. If I've learned anything, it's that life after graduation will probably work the same way. You can't possibly imagine all of the opportunities you will see in your lifetime. So it's up to you to make the most of them, to rise above the pressures that surround you, and to be present wherever you are. Regardless of what opportunities you are given or what curveballs you face, you always have the opportunity to replace fear with curiosity and have empathy for everyone around you. In college, it's easy to find groups where you can feel comfortable and be surrounded by like-minded individuals. But outside of our undergraduate career, the world is a scary place, full of unknowns. But it's also full of opportunity. It's calling us, begging us to embark on the next chapters of our story. So be curious and engage with those who think differently than you do. The times when I've grown the most on campus are when I was challenged in my beliefs, both inside the classroom or otherwise. I'm excited to continue to not only be challenged as I move forward, but to challenge the standard, to create the standard. To that extent, be bold, but be humble. Know that the collective experiences that have shaped your story up to this point have set a strong foundation for the legacy that you will someday leave behind. So use your story. Know who you are, know what you're willing to fight for, and remember those who help you along the way. Give credit where credit is due, and always be thankful. I know that I wouldn't have made it this far without the support of my family, the all too frequent phone calls to my mother, my mentors, incredible professors, both inside my college and outside, and my friends who continually push me to be a better person. To that end, share your legacy with those around you. None of us are on a solo journey. We're living and creating with those around us, whether we seek them out or they find us along the way. The piece of paper that you will receive today isn't what matters. What truly matters and what will help you live your legacy are the reasons and the people and the journeys behind it. Today marks the first day of your next adventure. I'm excited to see and read about each of your legacies and to be proud of all that the South Dakota State University class of 2017 will do. So one last piece of advice before I go. Again, know that you don't have to create your legacy alone. Reach out for help. We're all going to need it at one point or another. Today we move forward from this class, and we have the great opportunity to enter an incredible group of alumni who are ready and willing to support us as we craft our legacies. So reach out. Be kind, be curious, be bold, be humble. Shape your story, live your legacy. And remember, once a jackrabbit, always a jackrabbit. So go big, go blue, go Jacks. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Allie, for those inspirational remarks, and I want to personally thank her for her service as Student Association President. It was a really honor to work with her this year, and I really appreciate her leadership very much. So thank you. I am pleased to invite the Honorable Bob Sutton, President of the South Dakota Board of Regents, to the podium to authorize the conferral of degrees. Regent Sutton.
Good afternoon. You have to bear with me for a second. I got to look up there. I'm usually in Frost Arena, outnumbered 500 to 1 wearing red. I've never been on that board. That's awesome. So I just want to tell you that. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Commencement Day is a time of new beginnings and celebration. It is truly an honor for me to be spending the day at South Dakota's largest university, celebrating tremendous accomplishments with students, with family members, and with faculty. A special congratulations to President Barry Dunn on his first commencement as president of SDSU, and it is always a real honor for me whenever given the opportunity to share a platform with the Honorable Senator Tim Johnson. It's great to see you, Senator. As a first-generation college graduate in my family, the opportunities afforded to me as a student at a public institution of higher learning cannot be understated. As I have said on many occasions, there are very few of my classmates from the class of 1990 at that university whose name should not be spoken that would have ever imagined that I would be standing in front of you as a member of the South Dakota Board of Regents. It does not seem possible that 27 years have passed since I completed my first degree. Graduates, if you thought finals were difficult, take a look at what 27 years of the real world will do to you. When I crossed the stage, I looked like Channing Tatum. This is what happens. When you leave here today to continue your education or to start or continue your careers, you will no doubt be approached by countless people who want to know more about you. When asked to say something about yourself, we oftentimes start with what we do for a living. In many cultures, the response is different, such as, I am a husband, I am a father, I am a son or a brother, or a wife or a mother or a daughter. After today, I submit to you that when asked at every opportunity, and to anyone who will listen, you should say you are a proud graduate of South Dakota State University. That is something no one will ever take from you. Congratulations to all in attendance today. To the graduates and their families, this is a day to celebrate the culmination of planning, preparing, saving, spending, and executing. On behalf of the South Dakota Board of Regents, we wish you only the best of success, personally and professionally. To the administration, the faculty, and all support personnel at South Dakota State University, this is another proud day as you send forth into the world a group of fine, educated students to improve their lives, and even more importantly, to improve the lives of others. Thank you for your commitment. By the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, I hereby grant President Barry Dunn the authority to confer the degrees for the spring commencement 2017. And I do this today, this afternoon at 2 o'clock, in honor and in memory of my friend Jerry, who is not able to be here physically with us, but is here in Frost Arena like he was so many times for so many years. Jerry Noctegal, this one's for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Sutton. The candidates for the associate and bachelor's degrees will be presented by the Vice President of the Faculty Senate, Professor Gary Anderson.
The students whose names appear in the printed program for this commencement have been approved by the faculty of South Dakota State University and the South Dakota Board of Regents to receive the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science, or associate degrees upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements. Will those who are to receive these degrees please stand? They were listing. President Dunn, I take pleasure in presenting these candidates to you in order that you may confer upon them the appropriate degree in their respective fields. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anderson. By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the Board of Regents of Higher Education of the state of South Dakota, I confer upon each of you the degree Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelors of Science, Associate of Arts or Science in your chosen field upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Will those who are candidates for these degrees now present themselves on the stage for recognition? You will come forward by college and be congratulated by the dean of your college. Those of you waiting for your college to be called, please be seated. Individual graduates will be announced by Andrea Carlisle, Director of Forensics and Instructor of Communication Studies. Jane Mort, Interim Dean of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions, will introduce the graduates of the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions.
President Dunn, the College of Pharmacy and Allied Health Professions prepares pharmacy and medical lab science graduates with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to pursue opportunities to provide high-quality patient care across the state, nation, and world.
Nicole Anderson. Morgan Beckman. Kelly Beneke. Anna Bills. Kea Borg. Annalisa Busey. Bailey Carlson. Tyler Tremosta. Joshua Collette. Hadley Cropsey. Sherry Day. Hillary Darajisk. Brady Divley. Nicholas Eldrisman. Michael Erickson. Tiffany Epsey. Madison Fanslaw. Cassandra Fries. Adam Goetz. Kayla Guy. Kendra Hassey. Allyson Helms. Chelsea Hoffman. Danielle Jensen. Samuel Koob. Brittany Cortan. Christian Kroll. Keela Larson. Calvin Limberg. Yi Lu. Jenna Lund. Rebecca Matzik. Lauren Metzger. Ty Moody. Kylie Moret. Shelby Olson. Kiara Altman. Austin Oyen. Megan Perry. Morgan Plinder. Hannah Poppin. Shelby Rabenberg. Nicole Rasmussen. Sydney Rechtenbau. Brandon Reef. Christopher Schneider. Brooke Schwassinger. Whitney Specht. Catherine Swanson. Michaela Thiemann. Taylor Thofton. Madeline Walder. Teresa Wallace. Abigail Walls. Kia Warzetka. Allyson Wynock. Keaton Welbig. Ariel Wenzel. Jacob Warmer. Ashley Clark. Charles DeBang. Haley Erickson. Madison Grotum. Aaron Harms. Caitlin Jennings. Brittany Kramer. Heidi Lunau. Alex McNamara. Shelby Nelson. Emily Young.
Thank you, Interim Dean Mort. Jill Thorngren, Dean of the College of Education and Human Sciences, will introduce graduates of that college.
Dunn. The following graduates of the College of Education and Human Sciences are prepared to enhance the human potential of our world in the areas of education, business, government, health, industry, and recreation through their professional roles in service to the global community of individuals, families, and nations.
Kayla Ackerman. Tatum Adema. Michaela Akers. Laura Alexander. Shelby Altfilish. Austin Anderson. Katrina Anderson. Melinda Anderson. Shanna Bach. Tanner Balvin. Brock Bangzund. Elizabeth Barker. Ashley Bernard. Laurel Bari. Morgan Barthelman. Amanda Bartzler. Kyle Bubonis. Ashley Beener. Paige Bierson. Mallory Begtrup. Brittany Bendilini. Joshua Bokeman, Galia Britton, Kimberly Blank, Jared Blum, Jesse Bobbitt, Sarah Bothner, Summer Bossman, Zechariah Bowers, Alyssa Brazil, Christina Brennan, LaRon Broadway, Calvin Bowmandahl, Dallas Brown, Elizabeth Buckholes, Olivia Burns, Isabella Kellis, Alyssa Campbell, Elliot Kamani, Anna Caruth, Heidi Sorol, Jenna Clark, Nathaniel Candelli, Alexandra Cooley, Shay Corey, Devin Croker, Mary Crum, Grace Dahlman, Amanda Daniels, Cody Darley, Morgan Dice, Claire Durdall, Emma Detmers, Megan Dolly, Anthony Dorschner, Miranda Dummeyer, Hadley Eglund, Logan Eglund, Hallie Ellers, Brittany Engel, Hugo Estez, Cassandra Evans, Julia Fargan, Ashley Fiala, Danielle Flick, Jessica Fonder, Molly Forst, Lene First, Shyler Funk, Morgan Filling, Brianna Gannon, Marie Gengler, Christy Gillen, Casey Gilman, Nicolina Glamokic, Brock Gomer, Cecilia Gorder, Lexi Garber, Jenna Grossenberg, Haley Guzzo, Taylor Hackett, Carly Hafferman, Kelsey Hager, Holly Holly Hagan. Sarah Hahn. Carly Hale. Amber Harguth. Riley Haugen. Amanda Hopert. Megan Hawkins. Adam Hayes. Caitlin Helspur. Lexi Hain. Sarah Hill. Alexis Holbert. Michaela Hora. Elizabeth Hubbard. Stephanie Huber. Megan Hurlbert. Whitney Hutchinson. Jalissa Ertmer. Christine Heyer. Sina Ishiwaka. Tyler Jacob. Alex Jacobson. Aaron Johnson. Kelsey Johnson. Cheyenne Koffenbarger. Caitlin Kimmel. Samantha Kinder. Emily Kirchner. Camille Kling. Thomas Knuth. Nathan Cohens. Robdu Koji. Kara Konst. Samantha Kravatol. Kelsey Crouch. Carly Lager. Connor Landberg. Trey Lapke. Morgan Larson. Rochelle Lemmy. Chelsea Lesmeister. Alexander Lippenkocht. Victor Loy. Catherine Loader. Braden Maudler. Adrian Malterud. Ashley Mammer. Evan Mastel. Blakely McMillan. Stephanie Matul. Brielle Mears. Emily Medcalf. Jason Melhaff. Brianna Mellett. Jacob Manege. Victoria McCall. Louis Mickroot. Mackenzie Millar. Cole Miller. Michaela Miller. Sarah Miller. Nur Islama Mohammed Fowd. Angel Munoz. Megan Nelson. Abby Nielsen. Olivia Olisiek. Tracy Olinger. Diana Olson. Abby Ottenbacher. Kyle Ottenbacher. Hadley Overhue. Paige Papadakis. Kelsey Parker. Natalie Parks. Jacelyn Patterson. Janelle Polson. Blake Pesky. Nathan Peterson. Braden Peterson. Leslie Palmer. Leah Perman. Sydney Rasmussen. Jenna Roethlisberger. Madison Reed. Rachel Reagan. Molly Reifenberger. Carson Reither. Brianna Ismail. Isaac Rodriguez. Mackenzie Roman. Jacqueline Rosado. Jacob Rosenbaum. Laura Rudy. Tristan Rube. Danielle Ruiz. Aaron Sattler. Kayla Shoneman. Stacy Slutner. Laura Schmidt. Jessica Schneider. Caitlin Schurz. Caitlin Schulitz. Erica Schuster. Mackenzie Schutz. Jared Chateau. Mitchell Seitzman. Cassidy Sloot. Caitlin Smith. Nicole Smith. Adam Spencer. Anna Stambach. Danielle Stain. Sarah Steele. Emma Steers. Megan Steffen. Rebecca Steiner. Danielle Steen. Laura Stevens. Audra Stoberner. Caleb Storms. Kayla Strand. Sarah Stroud. Angela Tower. Melissa Tower. Madeline Toffengoff. Kelly Thoreau. Andrea Thompson. Thayer Trainhale. Crystal Troll. Mark Ulrich. Jessica Valentine. Jessica Van Dyke, Paige Vennard, Morgan Vecht, Anna Viso, Megan Vogel, Michaela Wagner, Nicole Questad, Alicia Kelson, Paige Wise, Kelly Wanade, Brooke Wenzel, Andrew Whalen, Caitlin Wheelock, Shaylee White, Jacob Winnicky, Soren Wallstrom, Brianna Wingen, Emily Wisecup, Taylor Wold, Numeen Woldab, Jade Wolf, Mackenzie Wolf,
Thank you, Dean Thorngren. The College of Arts and Science graduates will now be introduced by Dean Dennis Papini.
President Dunn, the following graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences have successfully acquired the collaborative and innovative skills specified within their respective disciplines and will now enter their various professions to strengthen the vitality of our state, nation, and world.
Cambly Knipling, Anel Becker, Jacqueline Escamilla, Luwan Festacion, Trey Leone, Justin Lenz, Brooke Lunaud, Laramie Oliver, Matthew Wilhelmy, Brandy Anderson, Katie Arndt, Alexis Bailey, Shelby Bauer, Patty Berkner, Jacob Bees, Anna Bridge, Sean Broderick, Jessica Brower, Sawyer Codwell, Abigail Sermuga, Catherine Clayton, Helen Konozimimas, Grace Dambeck, Taylor Donnelly, Tyler Dormeyer, Kathleen Ebken, Megan Farnham, Brittany Fisher, Jennifer Fossum, Elif Gob. Caitlin Gebauer. Andi Geist. Morgan Gisvold. Ashley Gunn. Dalton Hanask. John Hanusa. Dominic Height. Deshaun Herman. Kendra Hinton. Andrew Hyde Strand. Martin Jackson Ritliff. Kelly Jorgensen. Krista Costi. Brittany Kruger. Alexandria Cub. Brooke Leatham. Alicia Like. Kaylee Lenoff. Destiny Marshall. Bailey McCants. Victoria Meandering. Emily Meyer. Brittany Moyer. Kirsten Muhal. Amy Nelson. Hannah Peters. Chanel Peterson. Daniel Petit. Eli Purcell. Benjamin Pisha. Brooklyn Pratt. Mason Quist. Dominique Smith. Jalen Sanaza. Aaron Snyder. Molly Stevens. Scarlett Thornton. Sydney Tuttle. Eric Vanderboom. Jessica Waldner. Kylie Whitehill. Madison Wilhite. Rachel Wintle. Samantha Wood. Ethan Zimmerman. Savar Magnuson. Jacob Rick. Guillermo Gonzalez Cibrian. Sharon Sanchez Ordonez. Megan Blum. Jared Elfson. Andrew Anai. Richard Fox. Althea Ling. Angela Lopez. Joseph Rabuzzo. Haley Walls. Hope Gauger. Courtney Hintages. Evie Johnson. Kevin Kurtz. Maria Lohr. Anna Pickford. Kristen Schneit. Michael Ossis. Kareem Adabzim. John Adams. Maria Aguiar. Ethan Aman. Justin Aman. Ashlyn Anderson. Yanni Avalar. Morgan Body. Samantha Baylor. Melanie Bartles. Miranda Bolu. Drew Belkey. Grace Burkes. Ciara Bayena. Ashley Beats. Jacob Blackenston. Cody Belvins. Aaron Bloom. Julia Bodnaruk. Marissa Bozell. Blake Bonner. Natasha Bora. Rachel Bohr. Megan Reddy. Rebecca Bruns. Luke Bryant. Trevor Bungardner. Cassie Callies. Madison Canfield. Allison Chamberlain. Jessica Chow. Derek Christians. Derek Clausen. Leslie Cope. Grace Davidson. Ryan Davis. Tate DeJong. Christina Dexter. DeLorean Diggs. Laura Dirks. Taylor Dittmanson. Samantha Downing. David Dreher. Jesse Dunn. Karen Eddy. Nuwadi Edith. Petro Anashe. Andrew Engelman. Lucas Engen. Kayla Evans. Grace Feinberg. Zachary Finley. Zachary Flagtweet. Jessica Ford. Kristen Ford. Benjamin Ferret. Jordan Fox. Johanna Furr. Abby Gower. Haley Getz. Spencer Gibbons. Samantha Gildemeister. Justin Goldbush, Nicholas Goman, Michael Goins, Shane Gottlob, Christian Gould, Andrew Greck, Derek Gavholt, Aspen Green, Paige Googe, Tracy Haig, Macy Halber, Alexander Hansen, Cody Hazelet, Michaela Heller, Becca Herman, Paige Hasselberg, Emily Hine, Jonathan Higgum, Jenna Hiddall, Justin Higst, Nicholas Hofer, Laura Howeiler, Cody Honeywell, Natalie Howard, Garrett Howell, Jaden Howie, Taylor Hutchinson, Lindsay Hanan, Emily Ingemessen, Jordan Jacks, Trevor Jacobson, Ryan Jagidio, Abigail Jasmine, Carissa Jensen, Terrell Jessen, Chelsea Kappenman, Aaron Carl, Stinson Katzengren, Garrett Keegan, Richard Kelly, Derek Chinstad, Alexis Koenig, Corey Kohoff, Christopher Krecht, Austin Krutner, Samuel Kruger, Rachel Kuhlman, Caitlin Kowalski, Nicholas Coomer, Braden Kivitsto, Colin Labrie, Ted Lecourcier, Kendra Lau, Andrew Lane, Katie Lee, Megan Liebens, Joseph Lewison, Taylor Lowen, David Lorenz, Jeffrey Longhurst, Zachary Lujan, Joshua Maban, Gunnar Merdershid, Stephen Moreno, Angela Martin, Eric Mayforth, Brittany McClendon. Donnell McClendon Jr. Brandon McRae. Miranda Meeker. Shelby Meyer. Michael Mary. Joseph Mers. Stephanie Mills. Alec Malecki. Jacob Monson. Cassandra Mushholder. April Moy. Jared Mulder. Reed Nakatal. Elizabeth Nelson. Amanda Neubauer. Tessa Nichols. Ashley Olson. Grace Olson. Donald Osborne. Alex Orsford. Ji Young Park. Franklin Parker. Maria Pearson. Haley Peters. Rachel Peterson. Brian Peterson. Hannah Peterson. Samantha Peterson. Storm Peterson. Cassie Pashmashil. Brooke Pervikak. Shelby Quade. Ashley Ringinger. Matthew Romano. Wyatt Robbins. Jesse Ronsley. Melanie Ruff. Sarah Rutherford. Curtis Sager. Clark Sanders. Lexus Sandman. Mark Schlick. Casey Shepherdson. Austin Sitter. Caitlin Slack. Richard Sloop. Joel Schmitz. Catherine Smith. Brianna Snipes. Jenna Sukup. Dinah Sulek. Whitney Stroder. Jennifer Sutton. Emily Swinson. Jeremiah Safransky. Nazia Thies. Caitlin Todd. Tage Topol. Latvia Tunstall. Hans Torgerson. Adrian Ung. Joshua Utterback, Connor Van Dunn, Gavin Van Moore, Mark Vander Arde, Nicholas Walle, Jackie Wang, Dakota Weathers, Megan Wilbig, Molly Wormers, Derek Whitlow, Mitchell Williams, Jack Winders, Caitlin Whip, Kelsey Woodford, Alexandra Yeager, Ronnie Warren, Ezekiel Herndon,
Thank you, Dean Papini. And now we have come to the central moment of our ceremonies. If you have not already done so, I invite each graduate to move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left side, showing that you have officially graduated from South Dakota State University. Audience, please stand and join me in congratulating the new graduates. Thank you all for coming this afternoon. It has been a real pleasure for me to preside at this 131st commencement celebration, my first as president of this distinguished institution. Graduates, you have now earned your degree. You have realized your dream. Let your imagination be your guide to the future, and may your time as a jackrabbit serve you well in the exciting future that awaits each and every one of you. Congratulations. The 2017 commencement ceremony for South Dakota State University is now adjourned.
Please remain standing as the colors are retired and the platform party exits.